For the benefit of the group, I just would like to reiterate that you are given 10 minutes to present, and there will be additional 2 minutes for you to answer some questions coming from the students or coming from the judges. Okay. So again, I just would like to remind everybody that there are 5 deciding factors for the judges to choose the winner for this event presentation. Okay. So the first one is design or user interface, the functionality, the feature complexity, the innovation, and the demonstration or the presentation itself. Okay. So let's start the ball rolling. May we call on the first group who will be presenting the improvement opportunity application. So first group, please come in front. So you're here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still need it?
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and I would like to present our work on this. It's for the Scarborough Hospital. It's the IO system. It's a challenging thing that the challenges about the time to do it in a short period of time. So yesterday we were discussing that should we only produce a document or document and applications. So we decided to do both. Guess what? We didn't sleep yesterday. Okay, so we are a little bit tired, exhausted. You can tell from our faces, but we did it. Okay, that's a good part. So I'll leave it to Philip. My name is Omar, and Philip will present this. Then after this, we can demo, but we'll not demo in this presentation because we have only 10 minutes. But we have a full demo, full application. You can look at it at any given time.
Okay, so we're presenting on the IO system for the Scarborough Hospital. The current situation they have is that everything is done manually. All the paper IO cards are collected, and the admin teams will document and separate all the spreadsheets, enter them, and categorize them themselves. And then through the emails, they send all the from the local areas to the improvement office for them to track all the information and how many IOs are solved and how many were submitted and such other information about the IOs, and document them in the chart and save them. They have 2 different campuses and many different departments, which you can see gives them a lot of problems because all of them have to separately compile them themselves and then send them again to the improvement department to compile them yet again. They also have multiple process steps and people involved, which is extra time. If all of this were done automated, it would save maybe half the process time and it could be done instantly. The objective was to have 3 different ways to input the information. To have from speech to text to save them time, because as a frontline worker, sometimes you don't have enough time to find a form, write it down, and then walk and hand it in. You could just pull out your phone, give it the problem, fill it out. Oh, the problem is that the floors are sometimes wet. We don't have enough wet floor signs for safety. So please fix this. And it's sent into the database or through a form, or for some people that still like to write it, but just don't have the time to walk to the office, just take an image to text, and all of it will be sent into the database to be compiled and transformed into different types of data and saved there. Now, through this database, we'll compile all the raw data and put it into a form that can be understood and manipulated. And here, we use the analytical database to basically copy the data from the main database to show and use for data mining and viewing, so that while the user can manipulate the data in this analytical database, they don't affect the raw data here. This is a security issue. And now, after using the data analytical database, it goes to the different dashboards. They can use it through their desktop or their different mobiles to access this data and see the different charts and reports. Now, some of the challenges were that we had to try and be creative, but at the same time be practical. So most of the time, you don't have that choice. You either have to pick either or. But in this case, we tried to use both. We tried to give the customer what they wanted, but at the same time, we tried to be more practical about it. Another challenge was the time constraint. We had one day to try and make this entire program, and believe it or not, we made it. Great. And here we have the documentation versus implementation. Again, it's an either or most of the time, but when you have excellent workers, they can do both. Now we have to consider also the different costs, such as software to create the code and the different technologies to use, the hardware, the implementation, and maintenance. Most of the time, maintenance is the one that costs the most. Maybe today I'll pay $5,000 for the program, but in the entire year, maybe I'll end up paying $60,000 for it. And one of the biggest factors when presenting your objective is the return on investment. You can have a great idea, but if it doesn't have a good return for your stockholders, your stakeholders, and they don't see any benefit from it, they're not gonna get it through. So you have to make sure that some way, somehow, it gives them back their money or more. Even if it's just to shorten the process. By shortening the process, they get more work done and they also benefit the business. And last challenge was the time to market. The outcome was that we created a database and uploaded all the data. We automated the I/O form so that the person could just go on, input it, no need to find the form, fill it out, and then personally take it in to their admin or leader. We created a dashboard which is accessible both through the web, on your desktop, and on your mobiles, which we know in this age, accessing things through your smartphone is the most important thing nowadays. And since they're on the front line, they don't always have time to access a desktop. So getting it on your mobile is very convenient. And we also implemented the data analytics everywhere so that they can also access it anywhere.
But just add one more point, like when we say that maintenance, it's very important that when we sell you or give you this for the hospital, we don't want you to pay for maintenance. That's why what we developed, zero code. There is no coding. Whatever you are going to see later on as a demo, there is no coding. It's something that we can teach you can do it yourself, and you can have the full system working. Second, time to market. Now we have the system. If you want to go to production, we can help you to go to production. And we know because the problem that you are facing, you want to solve it yesterday, and we are trying to make it happen, okay?
Here we have the implemented prototype. Now through the dashboard, the user makes a request through the Power BI, which is an application we use that compiles the data and data mines it to create different charts and also shows you the different data from the IOs, such as if you want to see how many, this is more for the admins, such as if they want to see how many IOs were made, how many were made in a specific month, how many in a specific department. It's very powerful. You can create many different criteria for it at a snap of a finger. And the Power BI is connected to Excel. Now Excel, we use Excel because Excel is a very powerful tool. It's so powerful that it can do almost anything. I know that most people think that Excel is very inefficient nowadays, but it's because they're still using the old kind of Excel where they're using macros and such. But Excel has actually created new things called Power Queries and Power Pivots that actually make it very easy. It has a graphic interface, very visual. You can learn it in a couple minutes through a tutorial. Drag and drop columns. I want this criteria to be the columns. I want this to be the rows. I want it to be divided like so, and it'll create the entire query for you at a snap of a finger. And then here we have the SQL on the cloud. Now see, we use Microsoft Azure for our database because it's also, again, very powerful and it can export to Excel more efficiently, but also because of the cloud technology. Cloud is a very safe thing to use. If your systems ever go down, that's it. and then your users can't access anything. You may lose lots of data and lots of downtime. But with the cloud, security issues like that don't happen too often. And you also save a huge amount of expenditure on hardware. Like if you have to maintain your own servers, you don't know, do I have to buy this amount? Or maybe you buy too little, maybe you'll buy too much. And the amount you need to maintain all those servers, and like, huge. You save a huge amount by using cloud. It's very popular too. And there's also the Excel Anywhere for analysis. This is more for the admin sides, where they just want to data mine the server and access it. It allows them to have more power over than the user side, but it's also still only read-only, so that the persons don't, affect the raw data, maybe corrupt it, maybe change something, do something wrong with it. This is always a problem with databases. And then we have a read and write through access forms. Access form, we use an access form because it's very easy to use. It has a very good GUI. Most people are comfortable with it. They know Microsoft very well. And it also has many features, like we can make it an executable file. So even if you don't have access, you can just make it a program. They'll run the form, and it'll just connect to the internet and write it there. Of course, here we have the user entering the data. Here is an example of the I/O card that's fully on. Here you have the BP portfolio, which is different categories. You can use this basically as a tag, but more we call it categories because they're set. So you can, if you wanted to see a certain problem with human resources, or maybe more of the front end with surgeons or nurses, or nurse problems, go there and you find all the completed nurse IOs. And we also separate them by department IDs and division IDs, so you can search for specific departments, specific divisions, and find all the IOs, the numbers, and all of that. And if you know a specific IO and you found the ID, use this to search. Down here, we have the old IO form format. Name, request type, problem. It takes too long to wait for a meeting to start. Complete paste. He doesn't know the cause, but his solution is to have all meetings within control of the team start on time. And then after that, action plan and the solution owner. So if you want to take credit, of course, give your name. And did they complete it? Now this is Power BI. You see all these charts? We didn't go and make these charts. These were all automated. They're made on their own at a snap of a finger. Here we have the different criteria. If you want to find all the division IDs, check them off, which ones you want to see. It'll make a chart for you. You'll see the different, and if you can add in, you want to put in the percentages and the number. There are more different criteria. If you want to search it down by year, or if you want to search it down by the categories, or if you want to specify which different ones you want to see, click on these and it'll create the chart for you. This would be the dashboard on the mobile. Same thing as before, but the last one was desktop. This is more mobile. Same thing. But both do the same thing and very powerful as well. This would be the data analytics anywhere. This is the spreadsheet, basically. So you can see that it's been separated into many different categories and subcategories. These show the number of IOs that were completed, separated by month. Very efficient, don't you think? I like it.
We have to move fast, but you saw this in your slide and your data. You have something like that, like this one. This we create it in seconds. We don't have to copy paste. Okay, we just got it. And last but not least, we have to stop.
We have the data cube here. So basically, this is just trying to show you a visual representation of how it can data mine it. It can find all the different types of data it wants. So you see all these little blocks here are pieces of data. So if you want to slice off just one slice, you get all these one blocks from that one slice, and it'll create this chart over here. Or if you just want to take different parts, you can do it anyway. Up, down, left, right, horizontal, from the corner, any way you want.
So thank you.
So we have 2 more minutes for to entertain questions for the group. So do you have any questions? We actually have 1 minute. Sorry. Yes, Sin.
you said that it can be in production anytime, right? From now. So how do you figure out the speech recognition and the imaging?
Yesterday, when we met with the client, we talked about that. They said this is not priority for them, so we'll go first with the automated form. And that's what we did. It's good to have, but they want to stop the bleeding. Now today they have a problem, so they would like to stop it. They want to replace the hard copy forms with electronic one. That's the main idea.
And
It's
one
basically
more.
the first version, and after that we can implement more versions for them later on. And if we can finish this in one day, we can do a lot more in a few weeks or a month.
So can you summarize what elements are working right now?
All the elements are actually working right now. We have them all operational at the moment.
So we have the
Elements are
loading.
working?
We have the loading. We have the database ready. We have the analytical, okay, and we have the BI. They are all working.
So only speech recognition is not working. Everything
Speech
else
recognition and picture to text.
Yeah, but this is like good to have.
Any more questions? So we follow on now for the second presenter, who will be presenting hand hygiene application. So group 2. Again, I just would like to reiterate for the succeeding presenters that you're given 10 minutes, and beyond that 10 minutes allocation, of course, there will be some specific discussion. Okay, for the second group, we'll start with again, the next presenter to be please be prepared ahead of time so that we want to. Okay, so once they're done, one member of the group is going to front to their.
No, like at least so you in front of the camera.
Good afternoon, everyone.
No.
We are presenting our solution for hand hygiene app. Myself, Saranji.
Myself, Vishal.
I'm Priyanka.
I'm Vinay. Yeah. So
we'll be covering the introduction, like for our challenge, the problem description, and what is our solution. So we have given a challenge to find a solution for the Scarborough Hospital, and it was that they are doing the training and tests and as well as the audits. They're doing it on different platforms, so they want to integrate everything in one single app. So we find a solution for this one. So what are the plus points for our solution? So we have developed this thing into two parts. That is, there will be an hand hygiene mobile app, and there will be an admin panel for the admin who will have the control for the whole app. So the features that it is easy to use, and as we are all in the 21st century, so we all know how to use mobile apps, so there is no need of training. So there will be no cost for training the employees, and any employee can use it on their smartphone, as well as and one more plus point, as we in today's era, if we create a new app, we have to remember passwords. So in our app, you don't have to remember passwords. As our client has mentioned, they have the Meditech ID, so we are using that unique ID in order to log into the app. Priyanka is taking over.
Okay. If the person wants to enter the audits, they have to go through 3 steps. First, they have to register themselves to the application. Then they have to go to some training. Once they have completed the training, they have to face an exam or quiz. Then it will certify them that they are an auditor. Then only they can enter the audits on the system. So when when the staff, when they log in, they have to enter their Meditech ID. Then system will identify, it will detect whether he is a registered member or non-registered member. If he is a registered member, then only they can go through some training. There itself, again, the system will detect whether he is a trained person or not a trained person. If he is a trained person, he has to, if the system will again identify whether he has gone through some test or not. If they have gone through the test, then they will be authorized as a certified auditor. Then they can do some task. If a person just directly log in, the system will, if they have a registered member and if they want to do the auditing, the system will identify first whether they have done the test, whether they have gone through the training. If not, it will direct them to go for training, or they will check if it is a member or not. If they have gone through all these steps, they can do the audit as well as they can view some reports. So this is the workflow of our system, and he will be explaining the, Taranjit will be explaining the other task.
And we have also like detected the database type, like what are the field requirements for it. So we have formed like 5 tables, and there will be user information will be there, and we have separated into into 2 parts, as in we can join them if we want to have the training information as well as the audit thing is stored over here, and the training resources. That means we'll have the access to all the training resources, and there will be a file type whether they can. The training will be a kind of video tutorial, PDF, any document as well, and there will be monthly targeted that will be set by the admin. So we have prepared a demo as well, so we are showing the demo.
So rest of the things we want to explain is with the demo. So we prepared a skeleton type of app which won't have any actual functionality, but it will give you an idea of what's going on with this app. So yeah. So you have created this app. So first of all, it will ask you for your Meditech ID. Our client, they especially asked us that they don't want to connect with the Meditech database. Okay, so what we did, we created our own database, like she explained, and in which we have our own tables and everything. So still they have to use their Meditech ID, because Meditech ID is a unique ID which is assigned to each and every member of the hospital. So they can log in to string here. So for example, where we have 3 cases, like she explained. Either user is registered or not. If he or she is registered, have they gone through the training or not? If they have gone through the training, have they gone through the test or not? And if they gone through the test, then only they are then they are the certified auditor. So for now, we have created 3 basic users: user 1 and user 2 and user 3. So user 1 has already registered. User 2 has gone through the training, and user 3 has gone through the quiz. So we'll explain one by one. So user 1. Yeah. So now you can see that it asks you to go for the training right now, do it later. It's on the user whether they want to do it right now. They can do it later. If he chose to do it right now, then this is a PDF which right now they have for the training purpose. So that PDF will be shown here, and the user can go through it and go through the whole training. And once they finish it, then the mobile app will then navigate them to the quiz. Again, it's not necessary like they have to take quiz right now. It depends on they want to do it later or right now. So if a user clicks right now and right now, yeah, they have to go through some quizzes and some questions. So we have to include only basic 2 questions just for the demo, and like this one. And I suppose user is very good, he is intelligent and he's passed. So he submit the quiz, he got the result. Basically all these, as soon as a user is approaching towards the auditing window, the database is being updated in the background. Okay, and once the user completed the quiz, the system will know that now this user is designated as an auditor, and they will have some check marks which will tag them that okay, they can do the audit. So it's because hospital has one thing, like they have some targets to do. Okay, auditor have some targets, so they have to do, let's suppose 5 audits per month. So
it's dependent on the auditor whether he want to do it right now or again later. So let's go for the start audit. So here audit date, what shift, the site, because Scarborough Hospital has 3 different sites, units, which units they are auditing, and what are the comments, and who is they are auditing, and all these details can we fill in this, and these details we fill it from their form which they are currently using. Next, please. And same goes for the their comments. I mean, have they cleaned their hands or not, and they can fill up all these details and they can submit it. Once they submit it, the report will be stored in the database, and the same notification will go to the admin also. They can also view their current report right after they submit the audit reports, but those reports will not be contain any confidential data. These reports will be journal reports which can be viewed by anyone. Okay, but there are some reports which have confidential or sensitive data which can be only viewed by the admin, and admin can decide to whom he or she want to send. So if the user, he or she want to check the journal report, they can click on here and they can go through all. I think it's Android. Yeah, so they can select their journal reports, which type of report they want to see. If let's suppose we choose first report and view, then the report should be shown like this, and all these reports will be generated in the background with the system, because the database will have some views and all this stuff which will generate these reports. So these reports, this thing you are seeing here is only the data which is sent by the database, but all these generation of reports will be done in the database. So this is our app part. So but like I mentioned, there are a few reports which can only be viewed by admin, right? So for admin, so admin has we have built we proposed a scenario where admin has its own web portal in which they can log in to their given personal username and password, and they can do this stuff like they can access the secure reports. They can send each and individual report to anyone. I mean, the designated person who is authorized to view that report, and some those type of controls like that. So you can this slide. So these will be about. This is just a prototype. So this will our web portal, admin web portal will look like, where they will have all these log. The user, the admin can see the user, who are the users actually certified as the auditors, who are the users who actually gave the training but didn't give the test. All those details we can be used by it. And these are the reports. Some of these reports are confidential, and then these can be only viewed by the editor. So
like,
yeah.
As we are almost, sorry to interrupt, as we are almost done with the time, so we have the things, the prototype developed, so we can show it to the client. So thank you so much. If you have any questions,
Have any questions?
So maybe here, 2 questions from the audience.
any questions?
Everyone are clear.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so for the next question part, we'll be hearing about the improvement opportunity application from the third group.
Let's introduce ourselves. I'm Lee. He is recording. And there's one person who cannot be here. He is our leader, Tavish.
He's currently at work, so.
And we are first-year students in the software engineering technology program, and we are willing to participate, acquire new technology, and implement newly developed strategies in order to locally design new solutions to real problems. And the problems are the several hospitals frontline staff have a problem and require a solution. So the process begins by writing down improvement opportunities. Suggestions on cards, then posting it on whiteboard, and as a team to review and design potential solutions as a team. And the objectives are eliminate the need for handwriting, reduce waste of time and paper, keep excellent records of all improvement ideas, interconnect all departments on the same issue with universal text. Giving opportunity to discuss ideas, i.e. comments and chats, and create auto-generated reports with charts and efficiency. Ability to export data and print, as well as then fun to use and user-friendly. And he's going to
So this is solution. When the user opens the application, it must follow the registration. If they have register, they have to register. They have to click register, and if they already have account, they just go to sign in. If they want to go register, the registration form gonna come up, and the first thing after the login is gonna be land on the dashboard page. So where this is his personal page. So he's gonna see like what are the current projects he's following right now, and the projects with the names and which department it belongs to and when it started, and it's color coded according to its priorities. And there's an option to he just go to sign in and he can just click on start new project. He can do like that. And this is index page. He can click and see the details about the applications. And we put our IO templates. Currently, they're using the physical paperboard cards. So it's gonna take as a text only. So the clients want something like text to voice to text and image to text. But those both technology is not finished yet. Even the Google Brain can't do that. It's Google AI. So they are not done with it. So it's not feasible at the moment. So it's really tough technology. So we stick with the data. So because we want to create the reports. If it's going to be in text, voice, it's going to take a long time to convert, and I don't know how it's going to be possible to get the analytic data. So we forcefully implanted as a text typing. So texting is basically easy, guys. It's like people are doing it very fast these days. And it's gonna take to the sample project. This is sample project. It's gonna look like that, and it's like gonna use the stick notes because they are now familiar with stick notes to write it and put it in the whiteboard. So we just giving them like stick notes, and this is like they're gonna do like that. And when the project is there, if they open a project, they can put a comment. If they are seeing a project in the surgical unit, they have a problem, and if you look at the problem, hey, I think you can solve the problem like this. Anyone can participate in the comment, and they can follow with the chats and everything like that. So I'm going to give this to Ms. Shivya. She's going to explain it.
So this database will convert information from each individual team, categorize it, and be placed into the database to store the IO system. Such data will have specific dates of when the requirements are due according to the results or progress. The chart will be created using the dashboard. So I believe this is visible to anyone, and you can change the privacy settings if you go to settings if you don't want specific data to be released. progress and timeline. These results and ongoing timeline of progression for the IO projects will be transparent, and throughout the chat or anytime someone wants to make their input a tag, they're able to use the tag, and we'll show the demo where you can put the tag, and it'll show the ongoing chat as well. And for the settings, you just have to click options, and you can print completed projects, and there's an advanced data management section, which we'll go through during the demo. And there's a sync and notification section and options to manage passwords.
Okay, guys, I'll take it over from now. How much time do we have?
Completed with 6 minutes.
Okay, can we go to the first page? So can everybody take out their cell phones? We actually have like an app that you can access from your cell phone right now, and you can actually use it. So I would like to quickly show you the demo of it. If you guys can go to this website right now. The password will be ABC123.
Yeah, for sure.
Make the font bigger. Make the font bigger. That's good. Sorry, guys. So is everybody able to access it?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you also open the app on here? Sure. Yeah. I think you should be in the USB. What's the password?
ABC123.
Yeah, ABC123.
Hold on.
I just want to make sure that we have enough time so that we can go through the app because it's really cool. That's how I wanted to go through the presentation really well, because if you guys are using the demo, you'll have a better understanding. Okay, so this is the page. Okay, so first thing, what everybody does is clicks. You can actually click on it. You can click on registration. And then once you click on registration, you can enter your first name, your last name, your department, employee ID section, and everything that's in your information, and just click on complete registration. And okay, so just go and log out. So if you guys are in the log out page right now, once you have finished all the registration, we'll use like a sample name. Our sample name would be John Doe. So just click on username John Doe.
One word.
Space John space Doe. And then password, you just can't put any password. It's just a demo right now. And please bear with me. This is only a prototype. There's a little bit of bugs here and there, but you know, since we have 2 days to work on it, this is as much as we can do. So you just click on sign in, and this is your dashboard right now. Like, you guys will be able to access that on your app right now. So this is your dashboard. Your dashboard shows all the current projects, all the real-time projects that you have right now. If you can check on your phone, the blue lines and the red line differentiate the different priority levels that you guys have. So the red obviously means much more like bigger priority, and the blue is medium priority. And you'll be able to see your projects, your tasks, and this is basically like a summary. It shows who made the projects, and everybody can share this because once you enter your information, it gets loaded onto the server where everybody can see it. And then you can also create your new project. If you can see the bottom of the app, you'll be able to create a new project. Over here, now this is what the hospitals are using right now in a simple text format. But instead of doing that, what you could do is enter the information in your app or in your laptop. Okay, you can enter it right now, and you can click publish projects. You can also use tag words. So let's say, for example, if you want the future, I mean not the future, but like if you want later on to access the same projects, what you can do is enter the tag word. So in your once you create the projects, you can click and enter the tag word to say emergencies, let's say zone A, zone B, or zone C, right? And once you create it, you'll be able to create a new project, and that's basically like the new technologies right now.
So guys,
Alright.
It's gonna take all the data and create advanced analytics database and create reports and everything. And these metrics gonna be, this is a priority charge for the personal things, and this is settings. Settings. This is the bug we have. So basically, this like that we did with small experience.
You guys have it in your phone. We're out of time, but you guys can play with it. Okay, it's
yeah,
there.
you can explore everything.
It's there on your phone. You guys can play with it whenever you want. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about the app, please don't hesitate to ask us because we're out of time. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. This is basically a trial version. Our another group member, his name is Kavish. This is $1,000 software, but we're using a trial right now.
We just
and we created this.
platforms.
This is our wireframe.
One last question.
Any other question, guys? Yeah.
So the difference between this app with the first one is what? Like this is more sort of a project based. You're supposed to be able to chat within a project.
The first app.
The first are you? It's the same. It's the same IO.
The same IO. Well, within this app, like since we didn't have enough time to explain it, I'll explain it right now since you have that question. Within this app, what you can do is you can actually comment on each project. You can also use text memos.
I guess the question is that in the very first talk is about improvement opportunity. And this one is it the same?
It's the same.
But this is sort of a more project based.
More project based. Yeah,
it's a topic, and then different people can chime in.
Exactly. Different people can include their input as well, and also you can use your voice as well. Like on your iPhones right now, if you have WhatsApp or not, you can actually click on it and then say a word. It'll record your voice and you can send it over. You guys can do it on this app too.
And the advanced thing with other than their project is like we have universal tag system. So if you are looking for severity, code like, code red, anything, you just type it, tag it. So it's gonna come up with all the projects with the same tag, and it's gonna get analyzed which projects are you doing, how's your efficiency, and it's gonna take it's gonna suggest you which projects you will be better if you're doing little in one department, if you're doing better in other departments. So it's gonna suggest you which parts they are like that, and it's gonna suit everything.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you guys. First year students, please go easy on.
Enjoying so much that when I saw him,
All right, good afternoon, friends. My name is Harsha. I, with my group, Nikar, Yash, and Runal, we are going to propose a solution for existing issue which is being faced by IO department of Scarborough Hospital. So, again, today's like our agenda is to cover the introduction of the solution which we are going to propose, the workflow comparison, like the existing process and the process that we are going to propose, challenges with the current workflow, a solution for the issue that is being faced at your end, overcome challenges, how we will overcome that challenges with the help of our application, and the mockups. We have sample speech for the system. Okay, so we have named it as an IO analyzer. So IO analyzer is an online system which will help with the statistical reporting of completed IOs from different departments of the hospital.
and it will also it will help in creating different types of charts, graphs, reports, and that sort of things. And similar things, the thing can be also be it can be accessed with the help of mobile application. So the application will be compatible with phone as well. Again, so existing system versus proposed system. Now the existing system right now at this for the departments, they come across different ideas, or if they have some improvement idea. So I have an improvement opportunity. What they do? They take a form, they fill up a form, and put it on the board. So different types of requests are goes on the form. Now there are different departments. So like clinical department, HR department, IT department, all those different types of departments are there. All those departments collect this IO inputs from the bulletin board, the completed one, and then they forward it to the IO team. Now, at the end, when it comes to IO team, there are so many emails going to different type of departments, so it becomes very hassle process. So there are so many emails that they have to do all sort of merging and consolidation of the reports. And at the end, after that, they create different, with the help of macro, which they have it for their existing system, they create graph with the help of macro. Now, to challenges, current system has challenges that are like they have different departments, different types of reports are there, and so much of consolidation is to be done. Moreover, there are a lot of human efforts is there. Like a lot of manpower is required for all these efforts, and it's a big time-consuming process. So we have a solution for this. Like we would like to propose a system. All this completed IOs will go to it will be collected by the admin or the team lead of the departments, and they will be kept into one spreadsheet if they want. We'll give flexibility. Like if they want to put it into spreadsheet, then they can put it in the spreadsheet, or if they want to directly input into the system, then they can directly input the system with the online system. So this is how we collect information, and each department will have access to the system. So instead of sending emails, there will be a centralized system where all the records will be going through. So here is the web page, how it will look like. So we are giving 3 different options to fill in the data. One is they can straight away fill in the form. They can collect the request from the bulletin board and they can simply fill it out. Second is they can capture the image, and with the help of OCR, optical character recognition, it will extract the records from the image format. Like image format will be there, and it will extract it, and it will auto-fill the form. So they will have, the user will have an option to correct if something is not relevant, if some relevant text are not captured. And the third option is if they have existing file or they want to feed in the historic records of their process or their old IOs, then they can do it with the multi-insert option, which takes an Excel file. So that's how everything goes into one centralized database. And after that, the system itself will have capability of creating different types of reports. We will have those sort of algorithms and that sort of chart and search queries, which will return the reports and different types of charts. So that's pretty much about the solution that we provide. So it's a centralized system, first thing. Second, it will be interactive system, as it will give different type of graphical and chart representation and different types of reports. Moreover, it will be easy to track. Like we will be having a tagging system for each item. In form, there was a tagging system, so we will be having tagging system so that if someone wants to search for some particular type of IO, and with the help of that tags, they can easily track the IOs. And we will also have a notification system, like if all departments have a deadline or they have a target to achieve. To track those, to notify them, it will notify the department whether they are on track or whether they have achieved the target or not. So the key features of our system will be like scanning of documents, which is the OCRs, importing multiple records, multiple IOs using Excel, minimum human efforts will be there, different types of graphs and reports will be there, notification system is there, Also, the tagging functionality is there, which will help in search operation, and it is compatible with phone. So that's the activity diagram, like where team or department has to, like right now it is limited to department. It's not limited to users. It's limited to department. So only the team lead or the admin will have right to the system. So they'll log in and they'll have different options, like they can type, they can filter if they want reports. They'll also have a dashboard. Initially, each department will have their own dashboard. So they won't be seeing all the information. They will only see the information which is relevant to their department. They won't be able to see all the information. That's the key thing which was required for the system. Like right now, there is no system where they can where the user can see the relevant department, the relevant information. All the information are all together. So that's the activity diagram. This is something like this is a mobile view. This is how it will be looking on mobile. Now, my colleague Kunal will take it ahead.
Thank you, Arshil, for giving the brief introduction for our mobile app. So basically, yeah. So good. So how the app will look in the mobile? There's the basically sign-in form, and there's the form which Arshil showed. There's the registration form, and this is some of the dashboard charts. This is the tab form. I will show you it in the live, so that you can get a brief idea about it. So this is the beautiful sign-in screen. So once it will sign in, there is a desktop, which is, first of all, I will try to give a notification. Look, there is a 4 notification which shows that the new IO has been completed from the HR department, from the clinical department, the corporate service department. And yesterday while talking to Kathy, she told that there should be some alert that should show that that particular department haven't achieved their target. It should show. So through to admin, it will say that this is the last month and that their department didn't complete that IO. So it says the 9 IO remaining for the particular department. So she's there to work hard for the last. So it's basically for the notification system. And by default, we are just giving on the dashboard the different, like how many they have been completed, like 17% of the human resource department has been completed the IOs, and so on, professional practice, corporate service, all of them. And this is the bar chart, which by default we are showing last 6 months how many IOs have been successfully completed. Through export data, we can, within a one click, we can just export into the Excel. We can just generate the PDF and we can just print out the graph of the particular thing. And these are the different, which so by selecting on the particular department, we can get the particular department charts and all that things. So that's basically it's all about.
So, any questions? We'll entertain 2 questions. Anyone from the audience?
Yeah, I'm just curious. The ideas are inputted, right? Is there because it's about trying to get different ideas from the team, right? Yeah. Is there a way to like sort through the ideas? Sorry? So it's an improvement outcome, right? So
Yeah.
from the front line, and then you get the ideas.
Yeah.
Right. Is there a way to sort through the ideas and try to figure out which?
Yeah, we can tag them. Like we have a tagging system that can tag each and every IO, which is itself unique, so that we can go search using tags. Okay, so it's from food, or you can tag food.
Yeah,
like
maybe the company, we had that idea, we had implemented it, but I think we are short of time, so we couldn't say that. There is a taggable system that if a particular IO comes, they can simply tag, they can type food, add IO, and simply drag it to that event. So it will, when to that event, it says that food, it is related to the food tag. Like there is a food, the patient didn't like this, it says improve food, so it says improve food. So it's something like that.
So you can always filter it using tags.
Tags,
as well as the filtration in actual system goes through the department, area, region from where the IOs actually come. So yeah, pretty much you can do that.
Any other question? None? Okay, so thank you very much. So we will hear from the next presenter, who will be presenting an official game challenge.
Hello guys, this is our team. We were challenged to make a game to shop for calcium, or just to get informative game for older people at this point to get more information about how to get calcium from the products. And I just want to welcome you to this game by going from all the software and let's just go shop and let's go play the game. So. The challenges we were facing is we wanted to show first the visual look as much as we can, so impress you mainly on the visual and not focusing this time on the logic on the back. So that I will just go through with you through the game and show you all the features that we implemented. We tried to get as many as we were discussing when we were planning to make the game. So let me show you how it starts. And welcome to the store. So we're in the store now, and as any game in the store, we need to, as all the older people, they like kids, so we want to treat them nicely, and we want to teach them. We want to teach them, and we want to not scare them by the game. The game should be simple, easy to learn.
It's more so the fact of like it's not a game to lose or win. It's more so for an educational reason, so that the user can go to the shopping mall or something and remember, oh, based on these food groups that I picked, this is a different way to get my calcium intake.
And any game, any game which this type of game, you need to have a helper who helps you along the way when you go through the game, and we have a cat, you know it from Facebook, I guess. And that cat at this point just introduces you and tells you that let's go and shop with me, I will help you. So that just showing you the implementation of the messages which will go along with the game, and it's not going to be all the messages right now in the game, but that just shows that we can provide you with the messaging all along the way. So when you go in the game now, you will have 4 categories of food you can choose, and you can see your total calcium you need to get in the end by picking all the food you like, and that will be calculated from the total of all the food you pick. And so I will just go and pick, and you will see. So when I pick one, it will go and you can see that progress bar is increasing, and I have that food that item right now in my cart, so that
you can later you'll see what you buy. So that's why it'll be in your cart.
Our main goal was to make it as user friendly for the user to be able to mix and match and pick from the 4 different categories of food groups and gain the maximum efficiency in the calcium level to help in the health. in bone structure.
Also, to help the user with nutritional facts, if we go to the eggs, egg cartons, a pop-up will show up showing you the nutritional facts of the food group or of the food, and you can read and see how much calcium it has. So you could put it in your carton, stuff like that.
That was also implemented just to show that is achievable, and we can do it on. It's also on all the products, but we just kept it on the one at this point, just to show it that it works. So if you move it here and you have it, you can still see it. As also you can see that our calcium on the top is increasing. And we don't have the accurate numbers at this point. We just, as I said, just want to show that it will work. And when we put the data in it and we put the calculation in it and the numbers, it all will be accurate, as well as messaging will be showing up. And that if you choose, maybe you will see that you're choosing all the vegetables instead of meat. We can tell you that if you want, you can switch it up and you can choose some meat instead, and you still will achieve your calcium level in the end. So at this point, you didn't miss it.
So just to reiterate what he said, so you go around shopping what you normally eat, right? For example, I'd get pizza or something. It's not there, but I'd go in there and based on that, whatever I get at the grocery store, I'd see my calcium level, how much I'm intaking based on food groups. Now, with this web app, you can go and maybe pick different things that you might normally pick and see how different food groups and different foods can help you gain the same calcium as your normal diet.
And the last point we wanted to show is that with this is a web version, so that could be also deployed on the cloud. As before, teams were talking about cloud, and cloud is really efficient. So we can also put it on the cloud maybe in a day if you need. Even that version we can put right now, you can play it, but it's pretty easy. But as well as the tools we use, and we can deploy it on the iOS and Android phones, and even in the consoles if you want. But as we're concerned that the older people usually use PCs, that can be integrated in your website. As if you have your own website and you want just a link to that game, we can even have a design of your website on top of it. So we have a header and all your actual website, and maybe some info even on the side explaining and giving more information, details and links and download documentation, anything. As well as we can add surveys to the game, before the game or after the game, and rewards, and so that's future goals that can be achieved.
And also, if you're also on a budget, we'll also help with prices, with the average price. The profit will be like $2 each. So let's say you can only pay like $50 every time you go to a shop. So it'll tell you if you're going over the limit of what you actually want to pay.
Yeah, that could be also added to the game as a coming back feature that the person want to play it multiple times just to achieve different goals and play it over and over. And that's basically it. Yeah, we try to be short and. Any more questions?
This is more like a recommendation. This is great. It's user-friendly use. I don't know whether you know this, but this is the gamification. We're just you gamifying the products. They're very nice. The other idea is that you could use a responsive design so that you don't have to write a native app or something. It could work everywhere on every platform. So just your website can be responsible and then work everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could be integrated in the website. Any
tablets. You go with as much user-friendly as possible.
As well as even right now it's touchable. So if I use my
what are you using for your website? What framework?
I can
right now it's
drag
just
and drop
on your local system.
No, the framework. Are you using any framework for this? Web design framework?
Unity WebGL.
No, that's a Unity WebGL, so it's all JavaScript.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
So it's easy to deploy.
So it runs, yeah, you don't need to install anything. It runs.
Any more questions?
That's it.
None, then.
Moving forward, we will now hear from the sixth group about the anti-smoking application. So the floor is yours.
You don't log out. Recording.
Oh, okay. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carolina. This is Joseph, Fatma, and Jimmy. We are here today to present our challenge that was to create a game for youth with the topic as anti-smoke trivia game.
Okay, so the way that we designed the application, the workflow is pretty straightforward. The person registers or logs in quickly using one of the social networks that every young person has, and then the user is exposed to a bit of knowledge about not smoking, so a little bit of content about the risks of smoking and everything, and then he gets into the quiz part of the game. So he sees a question about smoking, he has to answer the question. After answering, say 5 questions, he gets a chance to enter a draw where he can win a prize if he gets, say, 4 of the 5 questions right. So this is the basic workflow for the entire game. And besides that workflow, we have the screens we have for that are user facing are the authentication, as we showed you.
So the idea is to use mostly Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, or something like this to log in, because usually this type of target audience doesn't want to waste time registering in their address and this kind of thing. Or if they want to, they also can register with the email account and not link their social media with it.
And that there is the viewing and smoking practice, just as we showed. You can use posters or videos or cartoons. We're going to show that later to you in a more visual way. Then they play a game, answer the questions, they can view the overall score, and they have the chance to win the draw. And also, they can view the weekly draw results, who won the game, who won the prize for that week, so they feel stimulated to play the next week, so they know that there are prizes involved. On the back side of things, we have the admin interface where the owners of the game are going to configure everything. We're going to have a question bank and a database, so we can add questions to the game and update the questions information, maybe disable a question for the time being to use that later. Also a trivia bank where you can add data related to the questions, which are messages, and they can also be put inactive as well. The draw results management, which is the draw part of the game, so you can generate who won the prize for that week, and then you have a notification or send an SMS, whichever is easier for the user to know that you won. And also the reports, to know the results for the week, and use it from each location where they are coming from, and a demographic analysis of who's playing. So this is the part of the system that we realized was already in the heads of our clients. So instead of focusing on designing a prototype and showing just the screens, once we rolled our sleeves and went straight into producing an actual application that's closer to the way that it's going to be deployed now. So just as we did on the with the other group, if you guys open your cell phones and go to this URL right here.
Let's open here also.
We're gonna do it here,
Yeah.
and you can do that on your phones as well, so you can see that the layout is responsive.
Yeah.
Right.
Turn it some. But it works.
It's smooth.
And just a couple minutes to type all this.
No password, no anything, but you're gonna jump straight into it.
Just to make clear that we made this in like same time everybody else, but we still have a lot to work on for sure. But we made something that you could see how the idea is and how it will work in the future.
The important thing is this is not a prototype. This is a full-scale web application. This is a Node server talking to a MySQL server talking to a JavaScript front. So, but what this means is, if you go to the hospital and give this to the IT group, they can launch the application like that. So you can just keep plugging in the rest of the functionality, and it's going to work. So, shall we demo?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the login screen from the user. You can just skip it by clicking sign in, and then the user is exposed to the first bit of information about anti-smoking.
So we try to put the information very briefly and work with a lot of colors in order to draw their attention, and also use GIFs because GIFs is something that everybody likes.
Yeah. We're talking to youth, so we have to engage them, and the quickest way to engage them is to present content in a BuzzFeed-like interface. Short text and a funny GIF so to fix the information from them. Otherwise, they lose track of, they're not going to pay attention.
Of course, you can use GIFs, but you can use small videos or pictures, cartoons, or whatever type of material you have.
It's engaging even for us adults, so imagine what's going to happen in the So whenever the person finishes looking at the information, he can play the quiz here. And then the visual that we chose is a big image on one of the sides and the answers on the other side, because then it's visually engaging. So it's not just a bunch of boring text that the user has something to look at. And right here we can use GIFs as well. So say I get the...
Yeah, we made some cards only to show you.
Yeah, this is just more
sure
information.
We will work on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you get a wrong answer, you're presented with a disappointed gift.
Reason for the wrong answer or the right explanation.
Let's get it right.
And this is
right
information.
answer, Joseph. Let's try.
Okay, let's see if I
Yeah.
So which of the chemicals is not found in tobacco?
Anyone for that?
Maybe rocket fuel, I guess.
Chlorine bleach.
I'm pretty sure there's bleach in this.
Rocket fluid is on there. No, it's in there. It's in there.
You sure?
Yes.
It's chlorine bleach. It's chlorine bleach.
Yeah.
Bleach. Sure.
There's a rocket fuel, so
I should be playing.
You didn't read the education.
Just to emphasize over here, everything is coming from the database, so we have the
There's nothing static
on
there.
live over here.
Yeah, nothing static. We can go into the database right now and add more questions.
At the same time, we try to do it colorful. We try to do it simple to not overwhelm the user.
Oh no! I suck at this game. Oh my god! So, oh no!
You're betting.
I'm basically betting, but that's the basic mechanics of the game. And you can see that on your cell phones that it redesigns the screen so it works on your cell phone. It's going to work on a tablet as well. There's no different functionality involved. That's it. This is as far as we went, but after this we can show the scores and show the weekly draw and input the rest of the information. The thing is, we did this in 8 hours.
Yeah.
So we can get much more functionality on this prototype if we are given, say, a week or two. So maybe a functional application that we can launch and beta test with users. So that's pretty much it. Anybody wants to add anything else?
Nope.
Just wondering with your tabs at the top, and you have home, smoke, and quiz.
Yeah.
So what's the functionality there? Oh, okay. So that's just the basic.
Yeah, and then the
information.
quiz goes directly.
This tab, we can add more tabs.
Or even take those, if you don't want to like go to the quiz tray, you can first read all the tunes and add the quiz.
Yeah, I was thinking if, would you think if pictures of like, you know how they have on the cigarette packs would be better, or that you think the funny picture would be better? Because I'm confused at this point.
I thought about it, and I think that teenagers don't really like to see
Broke
what's
picture.
not nice. Like they want really read. I don't really know. So yeah, it's true, right? So if you're like 14, 15, you don't want to see like a line like you want to see nice things. That's what my
So we just poke the on.
yeah.
Once in a while.
Question? And then.
Our next presenter is presenting application for communication.
So there is a slight change in sequence. Team 8 is presenting now, and Team 7 is to fix some stuff. So this is the Team 8 employee absence app they were working on. So it's over to you guys.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. We are Team 8, and we were working on the absence app for the South Lake Regional Center, Regional Medical Center. We are a team of 5. My name is Segram, and I have Samir, I have Kim, I have Lee, and I have Kimberly. So now we should be talking about the problem that the hospital, the medical center came up with. So over to Kimberly now.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So we met with Ms. Perigini from the Lakeshore Regional South Lake South Lake Regional Hospital yesterday. Introduced her problem to me. Okay, so an overview of our presentation. We've given a brief introduction on the issue that she's currently experiencing with people reporting in sick. Now, the issue is not only just calling in sick. One of the big issues is that if you're sick, you're supposed to let them know what the issues are that you're having, what your symptoms are. So that's one of the major challenges for them, tracking symptoms. And whether or not these symptoms are contagious, or if it's like, like a forewarning of bigger things to come. So it's a big way of tracking this. So our app that we'll be presenting about today is called Mark Leave Absence. It's a mobile application, and it's for employees to apply for the sick day. And as I said before, it's big on capturing the symptoms of the illnesses, and it's working on multiple platforms. So your Android, your Apple, iPhone, or your Windows phone. Okay, so as I said, the background of the problem is the inability to track symptoms. So this is critical in managing infections. You work in a hospital. You don't want patients coming in with one illness and leaving with another. So it's a good thing to know what's going on in your environment. And so, it's a way of containing outbreaks and contamination. Okay. Right, so we're just gonna give a brief demo of our app. These are just interfaces. Their function has not been implemented yet. It will take some more time to implement functionality. But Zergham is going to go through the demo.
And so we created a wireframe for the app. so I'll just explain everything through the app. This is the, like, if you want to download, if an employee wants to download the app, you can go to the hospital website, and then there's the download link for the app, or they can go to the Play Store, or they can go to the Play Store and directly download the app. Now, if you go to the next screen, this is the, like, whenever an employee downloads the app for the first time, the employee has to register themselves. When they fill up the registration form and they click on the submit button, this would generate an email which would be sent to the email ID of their, like, the regular email ID, not the Gmail ones, but the email ID that they've been assigned by the medical center, so that not everyone can get into the app and register themselves, and then they can register them with Gmail. They'll be receiving the password on their email, on their official email, and then can you go next? When they're registered, they'll go to the login page, and the password that they receive, they can use that password and their employee ID to log into the system. Now, we have basically, like, this app is for two users. For the employee who will be signing into the app to apply for a leave, or the manager who can get into the app and look at the employee list or who have applied for leave or what day. So if I log in as an employee, can you go next? So this is what we'll be seeing as of now. Mark Me Absent, if I click on Mark Me Absent, go next. If I click on Mark Me Absent, it'll take me to a form which will have the information of the employee and like what led to the employee, why is he asking for a leave? Like if he has, if there's an illness, then the symptoms of that illness. So all that information would be recorded in Mark Me Absent. And then we've added some extra features for the employee, like leave history. They can check, if they click on leave history, they can check as to when, like in the previous month or in the current month, when did they take a leave. In My Schedule, they can check their schedule, they can check their shifts. In Notes, they can add any additional notes if they want to keep track of something. And notifications, they might get some notification in the app. If I go to the next screen, so Mark Me Absent, that's the form that they have to fill, and like the first name, last name, employee number, we already have this information. This would be, we'll be getting it from the login, so they don't have to enter it again. The start shift, the end shift, the time of the shift, their department, and their manager. Now, this information is very important, the department and the manager, because when they click on the submit button, a notification will be sent to the manager of that department, so that he can arrange for someone else to substitute. So so they have to enter the department and manager. Now the symptoms, we just have 2 symptoms right now. We can have more, and then there's other. And this symbol right here, it's for uploading if they have some reports to support their illness, like maybe a medical report from a doctor. They can upload it from here. And like this information, it's confidential. This information won't be going to the manager. It's for the record. So as we had discussion with our client, she said that this information will be going to the sick leave department. It has nothing to do with the manager. So this information goes to the sick leave department, and the person who's taking leave goes to this information goes to the manager. Now one more additional thing that we have in this is that once an employee clicks on submit, this information, there's a notification that a manager receives. Like if I'm the manager and my employee, an employee working under me is not able to make it today, like maybe for us after this time, then I'll be receiving a notification that this employee will be coming. So I can arrange for a substitute. So there are a few things which are being done. On submit, the manager will get notification. On submit, all this information will be going to the sick department, so that and we'll be creating a PDF. A PDF would be created, which would be sent to the sick department, to the sick leave department for their records. Now, if you can go to next. Okay, so when they, that's the leave history. Sorry, for an employee, that's the leave history. They can see when did they take leave, on which month. They can change the month and the year. That's the note. They can write anything for reminder. Okay, go ahead. That's the notification. Okay, and now if I try to log in as a manager, can you go ahead? Yeah, so the manager would see leave calendar, leave request. If I click on leave calendar, I can see the calendar for this month. I can change the month and the year anytime. Maybe if I want to see for next month. So it's like for this month, I can see this 28. There's some notification on 28. If I click on 28, can we go next? So I'll get this is my employee list. If I'm a manager, this is my employee list. In red, it says these are the people who are on leave, who have already applied for leave, and the leave was approved. And in white are the working people who are already working today, so I cannot call them to substitute. And in green are the available employees under my team, so I can contact them. If I want to contact any one of them, it's like if I click on this, I'll get the employee information. So I have the information, the first name, last name, employee number, department, then phone number, email. I can call them, I can send an SMS, or I can send them an email. And like besides this was a wire thing. Like besides this, we already started working on the app, and we're done with login, registration, emails, and calendar. The thing that I mentioned about the form, that a PDF would be created and an email would be sent to the SIG department, that is being done for their record. You can also store that information directly to the database. It depends on the account. So yeah, we are open for the questions. Any questions? Yeah.
How do you get information for schedule and for when the employees
how do we
get the information? Where did you get information?
The information for their leaves, right?
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, if they apply, like as soon as they apply, if I'm an employee, I submit the form. That information is stored in the database. That form information goes to the database, and it also goes as a PDF, as a document to the SIG department. So from the database, that like the calendar that the manager sees is coming from the database. So the calendar is coming basically from the database. So on the calendar, if there's a date, like whoever is on leave on that day will be coming from the database.
I think, well, to answer your question further, we'll Ms. Peregrina already have an existing database that she works with. We'll be connecting that database to our app. So we'll be able to know once you have a scheduler in the hospital. So once a scheduler makes it, the schedules are made like a week or so previous to any shift beginning. So once the schedule is made, they can be sent to Ms. Peregrina or anybody else to put in charge of that task to upload that database that will be linked to our app, so it can show you exactly who's working, who'll be off on vacation, and things like that.
Any other questions? Okay, so
down the last question part. Who will be presenting about communication application?
So we have the team 8 with 7%. So for the reminder for the judges, the team that just presented was team 8.
Hi everyone, my name is Manleen and that's my friend Puneet. So we are going to present the communication application for the hospital system. So I'll hand it.
Okay, hello everyone.
It's been a tiring day, sleepless night after building this WhatsApp application for this. So till now, let me tell you, it's been like, it started from 1989 and it's 2016 now. It's been almost 25 years. Hospitals are still using pager. And believe me, I haven't seen pager in my life. And right now, after I'm born, I have started using the Nokia phones, then smartphones came, and now I am this software developer. And still, hospitals are using pager. That doesn't digest me, actually. So I made an application so that which can replace the pager. Yes, I'm talking very big, to replace whole generation of 25 years with one single application. I don't know if this will apply or not, but I am very happy that I built something. So let's see. I would just like to start a little bit introduction from my friend Dr. Owen from Scott.
You just call me Owen.
Owen. So I just want to know if you can tell everyone, is there any single problem you're facing using pages?
Yeah, it's getting in touch with people. Right, so I think like if I'm treating somebody in the gym, and then I notice there's a problem with their wrist, so I try to get in touch with the orthopedic surgeon because I want to talk to the orthopedic surgeon. So I page them, and I can't get a hold of them. Maybe they're in surgery, maybe they're in clinic, so I have to leave a message with their secretary, and I still don't know what's wrong with the patient.
Yeah. Right. So let me tell you how pager works. It's not like I just see my contact list, I see my name, I just go slide and call him. No, I just page a person. My number will be gone there. He will be watching my number. Then he will be calling me from his phone number. Then I'll be receiving my call. And you know, this thing is in hospital, and in hospital, 2 minutes are very important. Time is the only thing which is very important. And as per my analysis, it takes at least 110 minutes extra every day using pages only. So if I can cut that 110 minutes to 10 minutes also, that will be a great deal using the smartphones only. So let's see how I'm going to do it. This is the first screen. As usual, everyone's shown you log in, register, that's it. So once you sign in, the first screen I see as there are a bunch of 3 shaded people, and there are so many group icons. So this is my group chats. Now, why I need group chats? I have WhatsApp. I can create groups on that. The only thing is the patient history. The most important thing in this world, if I have some patient's history and I know that he is having cancer, I can give him anything and I'll be sued for whole life, even the doctor, if I get that information. So whole of this thing is secure, encrypted in a database. And once I click group, okay, so one patient, let's say, wants 2 or 3 doctors to be analyzed by. So all these doctors can form a group. So in a single screen, you can see a multiple scrollable view on double side. So this is my group chats going on, and that's my personal chats going on. So on the personal chats, you can see that you can you're viewing only the last message, recent message you saw. So you can click on any message and see. And similarly for the group chat, when you click on group chat, you can see what kind of conversation they want to have. This is the same conversation Owen sent me. Doctor saying, hey Bob, I'm off next week. So they can inform about that this patient needs to be done. Now what this pin is doing there, that's the attach pin. So everyone knows here what Dropbox is? I hope so. Everyone knows here. So just think of every hospital has its own Dropbox. All medical files are there. Everything is there. Nobody needs to run from one department to other. Yes, I'm replacing pager. I need to provide some extra documents too. So this is my extra thing, my box. Instead of Dropbox, it's my box. All the information, all the discharge paper summary, everything is under my box. So when I click on my box, MAR, you can see all the discharge summary of a patient. So you can see all the discharge summary of the patient. This paper till now actually goes from one nurse, takes to the doctor, doctor sign it, another nurse takes to another doctor. Right now what I'm doing, this is my paper. I'm just having it. I just screen write it, what medications I want to give to my patients. You can see, and I just online signed it, saved it, sent it to other doctor. Other doctors also confirms the same medications. That discharge paper is actually printed. One is given to the doctor, one is given to the patient. That discharge paper is deleted from the database. Again, everything is secured now. Similarly, for record of hospital stay, even the payment history, everything can be done. So you can see all the details here. Again, I'll just screen write it, I'll just sign it, I'll just recommend all the medications. I'll tell him when to come next, everything on the application. Next thing, clinicians. I know that I'm working here. Each and every hospital is big hospital. Believe me, when I first went to Scarborough General Hospital, it took me 15 minutes to go to Alfred, meet her. So if a doctor, so think of the doctors also. A doctor want to consult one of the physiotherapists working in next building. He has to page him. Again, he will be calling back. Let's save that time. He will just go by department, by hospital unit. Let's say he goes on the medicine unit. He clicks on one of the doctor, all his details, his email address, his calling option, just directly call from here, message him, call me back, anything can be here. Similarly, I want to see what my patient details are right now, what this patient is doing. I'll click by patient, I'll go by patient. I hope so everyone knows who Sheldon Cooper is. So I'll click on Sheldon Cooper, I'll see all his details, which nurse is working on, who is his CAC case coordinator, home at last PSW, each and every detail will be there. Last but not the least, my contacts. So these contacts are right now, actually I just fed from my own contacts, but at the end, these contacts can be your personalized contacts, all your doctors, everyone will be under one roof. And the name given by me to this application is Medical Pager, MediPager. So this application, I think so can be a revolution. Just think, I built all this data, all this application within 24 hours, a single unit of WIMATCH. Just think, if we all and whole WIMATCH team combines, what we can do for you within 6 weeks, 6 months, or 1 year. Just think of that. So thank you, and I know time is money. I'm saving the time and saving the money for all of you. Thank you so much. Any questions here? Yeah. Question? Please ask. Samosas are waiting for us. And I'm hungry. And I'm nervous. Is everything done? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I guess we're not going to tabulate all these scores from each presenter. So while Vikram will be collecting all the tabulation skills, may we proceed with the program? Okay, so we move on.
Yeah,
Patrick Richard, who is the Director of the Research and Innovation of the now at South Lake Innovation Center, to give us some remarks.
Sorry, the discussion will start. You're right Thank you very much. My apologies for the delay in getting up here. I had to finish my scoring, and then I had to think about what to say because I didn't read the agenda, so I didn't know I was speaking. I guess I've been actually fairly disruptive. I started late, got here late yesterday, got here late today, and didn't read the agenda. So not really a model of leadership. In any event, I have to say, absolutely astounded by the talent, by the skill, and feel incredibly old. And I do remember a pager, and I have a pager in my drawer at home. So absolutely fascinating watching, and my compliments, and I'm sure others will speak to this as well. My compliments to all of you, like just really cool stuff. And it's probably cooler to me than it is to you. And again, remember, I'm old. So it's that whole notion of, for me to see the kind of the turnaround, right? From a concept, from some of our South Lake team, and I'm sure Scarborough will speak in a minute about that. but from a concept, very high level, you sit down really quick, meet with a couple of our people, get some sort of a notion of kind of what's in our head and what we really, want to be produced out of that, and then disappear for the next 8, 10, 12 hours here, in your labs at home last night, or in a little coffee shop somewhere, come up with all of this and present it today. So again, my real compliments to all of you for great work, great ingenuity. And I think the thing that's really interesting, and it'll be really cool to talk with Centennial more about this over the next period of time, is about collaboration. And I can't say that I can offer, or we can offer everyone jobs as developers and programmers for us. Like to. Can't say that I can do that. But really love to talk about collaboration and how we can take the talent that you have, that I don't have, how we can take the talent that you have and match it with our clinical teams, with our non-clinical teams, with our folks who have problems. How we can take what you have the abilities to do, how we can find a business way to do that in an interesting way that works for us and maybe works for you. Some ideas about how we might do that. We'll talk with your faculty at Centennial about that. And think about some sort of future collaboration. So not just today, but where we go from here. So love to have those conversations. And the reason that I would have those conversations with Centennial is really because of the talent of what we see today in a very, very short period of time. So that's what to me drives my interest in seeing how can we find some ways to potentially work together that is for the benefit of each of you as presumably soon to be graduating students and then going on into the world, either further education or starting companies or working for companies. How can we benefit Centennial and be a connection with them? And how can we benefit Southlake and our patients and the work that we do? So really love to explore that a little more, and it's based on the talent that I saw today. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, Clifford, for these kind words, especially for our students. And we will look forward for that opportunity of conversation. Sure. So again, maybe call on Alfred Peng, who is the Director of Innovation and Performance Improvement Office of the Scarborough Hospital.
Wow. Can I sit down now? I don't even know what else to say. I would kind of echo firstly what Pat had said in terms of how astounded he's been with what you've been able to produce. I also was a little caught off guard with the agenda, but I know with what you were able to do in 24 hours, I think I can try and pull together my thoughts under duress to share in some way the great things that Scarborough Hospital has towards our neighbors. When I woke up this morning, I knew that something special would happen because every time I come to see our neighbors, really, I'm astounded. By every measure, we're similar. We are neighbors. We speak the same language. We're all bipedal. There's a lot of things that make us similar, but when we talk about the problems that we have in our community and the ways in which you look at those same problems, the ingenuity, your creativity, the responsiveness is unfathomable. And on a strictly personal level, I only wish I could bring all 3,000 of my family down the street to just share these kinds of experiences because it's truly remarkable. So thank you for that. On a larger level, we'll most certainly be following up with the teams from both the hand hygiene app and the IO solutions, and we do too also look forward to continuing the relationship. So thank you so very much.
So from Irish, I will call our director, Richard Costa, for some kind words.
I really don't have much to add. When you heard these great words from Pat as well as from Alfred, I mean, you can speak to my managers. It's very hard to get hold of me. But this is one of those times I always, I want to make myself available. I look forward to coming here because I know I'll be really excited and super thrilled with what I see. When you came to Central College, I don't know if you knew you would be doing these kinds of things. Building apps in just one day, coming up with solutions. So please share, your experiences, on social media. Tweet about, your experiences here today. Tell your friends all about this. And I wish you very well. I know you will do great things. We have seen this, and we have seen this in the graduates of the college who have gone on to achieve great things, by taking part in these kinds of experiences. Again, congratulations on a fabulous job done, yesterday and today. And have some great samosas, and we'll catch a good night's sleep.
So, are you ready with the results, Peter?
Okay, we can take a break of 7 to 10 minutes. Deepak already mentioned the samosa, so we can maybe get up, take some samosas, and maybe buy a break and come back. Just 5 minutes. 5
So like tomorrow morning.
That's great. Wow.
And like right after your 8:30 class. Oh, you have to tell your quizzes. I didn't have my phone. I've never talked to him. Oh yeah, I lied. I did have quizzes. Like something I don't agree with that. I do really like my
So the links.
So that people get on your career. So I great job. Like there is I thought the student was quite cool. Because, you know, when my dad is able to their oils, right? And then so I think if I have to make it, yes, that's more fun to balance the function and the vision and all that. Yeah, that's not a perfect, that's obviously not. So you don't go because I would be like, you're really not so much effort. And I like the bar of the that's if it's just going to pay the bills, then what we're going to pay like that doesn't make sense. Thank you so much. That's a great job.
Yeah, I love it. But it was a good team.
Yeah, we were trying to have actual numbers of them, showing that everything. Like last year we got we got the even if she is like that, so we can out there. Now you get more. They go again, and third time you get like they know now.
Well, I like that idea. Very well done.
Thank you. Actually, we are also already working on it. We have a prototype also. That's the problem. And that in your bag, I'll just show you like it's a break, right?
And then so this is
Long time ago.
That was you want to do it for like real? No. I mean, way
Just
more.
so that, you
The first version was they're like, oh hey, what's the inclusion? Never
You could be even still the little
Try to settle down. 5 minutes for discussion. So we will be announcing now the winners.
Excuse me, everybody. Hey, the results are there.
So we're glad we like you.
And Vikram is doing few things. Okay, I would invite Mike from Smoke Bomb. They have sponsored, this program partially. Pat, please come here. And Albert, Deepak, Ilya.
You can come.
I'm the shortest.
Not quite.
Okay. So here are the results. So first prize goes to the third team. Where are the members of 30?
Team 3?
Team 3.
Are you kidding me?
Basically, we are just weeks here. It's Italian.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good job.
You'll move a little bit from there. Okay. Second prize goes to Team 8.
Congratulations. Good job. Very good. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good job.
All right, there's a lot of you. Okay. Third prize goes to Team 6.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you for the okay, photographs. All right, you need to squish a
Should not be a student.
Good, thank you. No worries, there are more prizes. Fourth prize goes to team number 7. Okay, there's one more to go. Fifth prize goes to team number 2.
Not sure.
Something for everyone. My colleague from South Lake has gift cards for everyone. So, would you like to
Sure, yeah.
So one by one, please start coming over here. This is for all team members. Thank you.
So as folks leave, we'll on behalf of South Lake, we'll give you something to say thank you to all.
And then there are certificates. So, in the end of these 2 days, there's something. Centennial students have proven themselves that they can achieve this in 2 days. So, what they can go when they go and work in different organizations, hospitals, and prove their mentor over there. So thank you very much, students, for coming here and making all of us proud. And I also would like to thank the entire WIMATCH team, Vikramjit Singh in particular, because he led the entire organization of this hackathon. Majura Meshwari, Major Vidar, Anna Wright, please Hannah. And I would also like to thank Floyd and Patrick for being such an important collaborator and giving these talent and understanding that our students can do something and achieve something in 2 days. And Ilya. Ilya, because he is training these wonderful students in his program. And Deepak for supporting this entire program and supporting us in this program, and Mike, very sorry. They sponsored our last hackathon, and they sponsored this hackathon from outside. We intended to create a collaborative team, but and now when Jess are also here, thank you very much. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.